sure I have a goodnight episode ready for you, but I'm going to go to Connecticut and stay at my mother's for Mother's Day weekend. So, yeah, I won't leave you with nothing, though, because that wouldn't be very nice. And I'll still check in with you tomorrow morning. I'm trying to think of what would best serve for going into the weekend, Mother's Day weekend. And I went to a meeting today. It was in the alcohol group, and it was my first time going to one of their webinars. And it was very good. The format was someone leads with their topic, and then everybody gets to share on the topic. But it wasn't necessarily GA centered or 12-step centered per se. It was more about the words. And I enjoyed it. There was a lot of good perspective in the room. So that was one of my recovery accomplishments today. And I was looking through some of my stuff to decide kind of what path I wanted to go on next. You have to remember that I thought that we would be going over all my topics once a week, not twice a day. So I want to make sure that I'm covering the things that we can cover in a short period of time appropriately. And those we can't, we'll save for Fridays when we're together, when I don't have interviews. And I have a lot of people that are lining up for interviews. I just got to get them done for you. So what I thought I would do with you tonight, and I don't know if other groups have done this before, but I really liked it. It was something we did in Gamblers Anonymous. When new members came in, we would give them a welcome packet, is what they called it. And it seems to vary from area to area, but that doesn't really matter. And in our welcome packet was a phone card. And maybe it's just getting outdated. Maybe people just put stuff in their phones, or there's electronic number sheets going around. I suppose it's area driven. So when the meeting's going on, people would put their names and phone numbers on this phone card and pass it around. And every so often, we would have a meeting about the back of the card. Now, I don't even know, like I said, if these are still out and about. The back of the card has it's called the checklist of symptoms leading to relapse. So I thought to keep it, short and sweet every night, because I've kind of been going crazy and just talking as long as I want. I thought we would take one of these topics a night so that we can be mindful of them. It's getting scary. The clock is ticking. Depending on where you are in the world or in the United States, temptation may be opening up in a relatively short period of time. So I've been really stressed about this, about the fact that, casinos are going to open up. And I had a conversation this morning with my new counselor. And she said that she had seen something that casinos will open in phase 3 or 4. And remember, I don't watch a lot of news, so I can't really speak to what they're talking about out there. But it's coming sooner than probably we would want. And I think for New York, and again, I don't understand all this in great detail, but since the casino, I know at least in Saratoga and probably the one behind me, I believe that the revenue goes to the state. So the state's kind of getting double whacked, with Corona and then loss of income through some of these places. Although I'm probably pretty sure that scratch off ticket sales have probably gone up for those who felt the need to bet. So anyway, we're going to talk about these symptoms leading to relapse so that maybe we can dial in on them. And I need to do this exercise too. I try to tell you guys all the time, thank you that you're helping me by listening. And I just need to say that again. I'll say it probably a million more times. But I've been really crabby and really in a funk, and I can't snap myself out of it. So I need to do the work on whatever's bugging me. So this is part of me doing my work. So the first symptom on the list is exhaustion. So I'm going to read kind of their story or their definition. And as you guys know, I did have a relapse for well over a year. And although I believe they have their purpose, I also believe it's not like something we should go seek. Hey, I want to go relapse. Okay, so tonight's topic, exhaustion. Allowing yourself to become overly tired or in poor health. Some compulsive gamblers are also prone to work addictions. Perhaps they are in a hurry to make up for lost time. Good health and enough rest are important. If you feel good, you are more apt to think well. Feel poor and your thinking is apt to deteriorate. Feel bad enough and you might begin to think gambling couldn't make it any worse. It's pretty good stuff. I'm in a group where there's a gentleman who has talked about biohacking his body, and he functions on like 4 hours of sleep. And everybody in the group was like, when he started talking about it, we were in a breakout session this week, and when he started talking about it, there was a lot of intrigue and interest. And I've heard of another person that did this. I believe he was someone at Microsoft, one of the key people at Microsoft, who he also trained himself to sleep on very little amounts. Like I think he practiced from 8 hours down to 7, down to 6. And I think he found his sweet spot somewhere between 4 and 5. And okay, I have to tell you the irony of some of why I'm losing my flow. I keep giving these huge yawns on the topic of exhaustion, so I have to keep pressing pause. So I apologize for that. So these biohack people, maybe there's a value to it. Like I think we all want more time. That was something that we talked about not too long ago, about only having so many seconds and minutes in a day. So I can see the value of us wanting it, more time to exercise, more time to work, more time to socialize, whatever. There's a lot of reasons to want more time. I personally am choosing to try to find the best strategies to utilize my time because I like sleeping. I like it, better when it's normal and stuff. So I don't know that I necessarily agree with biohacking. When all the doctors and everything we've always heard is, you need 8 hours of sleep, especially as an adult. And I think maybe why I buy into the fact we need sleep so much is because of what this little blurb about exhaustion says I can completely agree with for myself. I don't make good decisions when I'm tired. And when I was driving truck, my body used to tell me if I was overdoing it and overtired. And I remember very clearly, I would sleep, I think it was face up if I only could take like a 10-minute nap to refresh, and I would sleep on my side if I could sleep, like 45 minutes or an hour, whatever. But it was never a full 8-hour sleep. But during those times, I would have those couple moments of sleep. I would have nightmares about crashing the truck. And it happened a lot. Or the truck would roll over in my dreams, not in the actual rest areas and stuff. So I feel like my body was telling me I needed sleep, and it was kind of playing out a video of why. Who knows? I don't know that my subconscious was just making it worse because I knew I shouldn't have been driving because I was tired. My point is with the truck is that when we are overtired, we don't make good decisions. I should have been shutting down for my full 8 hours if I was to the point where I had to manage how I took my nap, either on my side or head up or whatever. And I was putting other people's lives in danger. So if I was exhausted doing that with an 80,000 pound vehicle, why wouldn't I do that with my livelihood? If I was too exhausted, why wouldn't I go gamble? Our minds aren't working the right way. I believe that the numbers are something like if you're awake for 24 hours straight, it's equal to being drunk or having alcohol in your system. And I believe that because I've felt that and I've experienced that. So the takeaway for today really is, get your rest, whether you're a biohacker or a regular person, but get your rest and take care of your body so that you can help prevent your own relapse, which is going to be our topic till we get through some of them. So I hope that makes sense. We will do another one of these tomorrow. Well, I'll have another one of these done for you tomorrow. I hope everyone has a great weekend. Good night, beautiful people.